Hi, this is Matt Kuntz and
Oh,
Colleen Rahn from NAMI Montana.
hi.
And we are here today to present our fourth quarter 2023 NAMI education program results. This is the first time that we've been able to do this. We've been cranking things up for the past
2
2 years.
years, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
about 2 years that we've been really working to improve our programs and expand them across the state. We
Yep.
started paying people.
Paying people.
So Colleen's our education director, and she's done an amazing job. And all of our facilitators have been wonderful. So as we go into this, I think it's important to start out with kind of a key definition that we invented, um, and basically attendances. It's when a person attends a session of a NAMI group or education program. We had to invent this because we wanted to show that the attendance at the support groups counted every single time.
Mhm.
And then we wanted to also show that as someone who showed up to 8 family programs, that that should count 8 times, just like
Mhm.
somebody attended 8 support groups. So
Right.
it was our way of doing a little bit more apples to apples
Right.
comparison.
Yep. Yep. Since the education classes are 8 weeks long. So,
8 8 weeks, one a week. So yeah, this is
mhm.
a great opportunity for us to figure out how can we create a metric that we can compare.
Yep.
Um,
And measure how we're doing.
yeah. So before we go into that, we want to give a special thanks to all NAMI Montana affiliate leaders, facilitators, and especially to
Kim Seaberger.
Kim has come in as a volunteer last fall, and it's just
Mhm.
been remarkable for
Yep.
us.
Yep.
And
She works really hard to collect this data for us every quarter.
yeah, it's wonderful. So thank you to everyone, and special thanks to Kim. This level of data has not been possible before, and it still wouldn't be without Kim. So we're really grateful to her. And before we get in too deep, we want to start out with these two different measurements that we created with the goal of being able to more quantitatively track where things are. And they
Mhm.
are expansiveness and participation. And expansiveness is the number of towns
Mhm.
where we had a support group or education class in that quarter, and the number of session attendances.
Mhm.
So the number of towns times the number of people that attended set sessions.
Mhm.
And then also we compared it to the participation, which is the total number of attendances.
Yep.
So, what this allows us to do is really get a feel for how we're expanding across the state,
Right.
how,
Correct.
how many people are showing up at the classes, and then how many different towns we're doing. So, these numbers don't mean a ton just looking at them, but the goal is quarter in, quarter out,
Mhm.
year in, year out, we'll really be able to track how we're
Right.
improving and
And
growing.
this is the first year that we have had our classes and groups in towns, just rural towns, where they are part of bigger affiliates. And that's what we're hoping to continually be able to do.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and we're grateful to the affiliate that got it going,
Hmm.
which is NAMI Flathead, and then the folks in those communities that jumped on board.
Hmm.
So let's go deeper into the numbers. For family to family program, you can see a breakdown of the number of sessions and the number of attendances. Um, for billings, you look at the number of sessions with 8, and then it shows that there's 5 people that attended 8 different times.
Hmm.
So that's where we're trying to get at with, and you can see that Kalispell had 11 people show up for 8 weeks.
8 weeks, yeah.
Which leads to 88 attendances. Really cool. Just a great job. Helen was back in action this time with Family to Family.
Right.
Which is great to see, and really amazing with Billings and Bozeman as well. Next up, we have peer-to-peer.
Yep, and it looks like Billings had 24 attendants out of 8 sessions, meaning probably 3 or 4 people per session, which isn't bad.
Yeah, peer-to-peer is tough to fill up. It shows that it's really impressive how Bozeman was able to consistently get people to show up and engage week in, week out. It's also really nice with Haver to be able to bring peer-to-peer to North Central Montana.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really impressive.
The connection support group is where it really starts to really jump.
So connection support group, some of the affiliates, as you see, have 2 a month. Some affiliates have 4 groups a month. And you can tell by the numbers, the affiliates that are having more connection groups in their communities.
Yeah, it's really great to think how many people attended how many groups, because that is what NAMI education programs are all about. And it also says, we've come a long way since COVID. When a lot of these groups had to shut down.
Exactly.
And, what's interesting is some of these groups did keep the Zoom.
The Zoom,
which we didn't think was going to happen. We thought it was something necessary at the time, but they weren't going to want to keep going. But a lot of these folks have really done what they could to make it as accessible as possible.
Right. And even now, some of the affiliates are doing a hybrid group. So they're offering it both in person and online, or on Zoom. So keep going.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
We have our family support groups and number of sessions. We have Billings and Haver leading the way.
Yeah.
Really amazing to see all of the different folks have stepped up and come to a NAMI support group. I know this is one of the things that does make us unique, because there are different peer support groups, but I think that what NAMI is able to offer for families is pretty unique and special. And we're delighted to see all of those support groups in Columbia Falls, Eureka, Haver, and in many of Montana's biggest cities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it looks like they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, so we're delighted to see all of that, and then look at Family and Friends. Can you describe that course a little bit?
Yeah, Family and Friends is kind of it's a seminar, and so it's not really it hasn't been really a back and forth type of thing like the classes are. It's more you listen to it, and since COVID, we have done the Family and Friends seminar online. But I see where, or I have seen where there's some communities that are actually doing them in person. But it's an introduction to the family class. It just gives you a lot of information on how to have better communication with your loved one.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It is really a neat program.
And we're grateful for the folks that have stepped up and presented it. And it's exciting. So that's a taste of where we're at. And you can see going back to that's why we want to track expansiveness, the number of towns and the number of people attending.
Yeah.
And then also just that participation, just like pure number of people attending every class, every support group. Those are 2 big numbers, and we want to continue to make them better and better.
We do. Yeah. We want to reach more people too.
So how are we going to get that?
So I have been preparing to have our NAMI Montana spring trainings, and I'm doing it in 2 weekends. And we're going to train the education classes and the support groups. The weekend of April 27th, we're going to be doing the education classes, family to family and peer to peer. And then May 18th, that weekend, we're doing the connection support group and the family support group. So we're hoping that you guys can reach out to, or the people that run these classes can reach out to those who are taking them and see if they're ready to facilitate or lead.
Yeah, this is an amazing opportunity, and we're really grateful to Jamie Hansen and everyone at DPHHS that have allowed us to begin to pay to facilitate trainers. It's made a big difference. So if you want to get in on that, you don't have to just be a volunteer anymore. This could be, something that helps pay your groceries for the month, or around Christmas time, it might be what helps, Santa put a few more things under the tree.
Yeah.
So we're really grateful to everybody that's been building these programs, everybody that's worked on them over the years. And we're excited to get more trainers and more folks online.
Yeah. And if you know of anybody, or if there's anybody out there that's from a rural town that doesn't have a NAMI affiliate, get a hold of us at the NAMI Montana office, or get a hold of the big nearest town affiliate and see how you can get involved.
All right. Thank you so much.